Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Christina. I am going to be reviewing this new meal subscription kit. It's called Every Plate and I'm going to compare it to HelloFresh. Green beans. Let's see how this works. This is kind of cool. It comes in an actual box. How big is that? Some salmon. Okay folks, here's the thing. I am not happy with HelloFresh for reasons like this. So produce has been coming bad and I'm a reasonably good cook, so I know how to deal with that. But this is their first delivery to me. I would think they want to wow me, and I'm pretty impressed because I don't see the directions. So I've done this. So the dairy part, I'm going to put it right here. The carbohydrates like the linguine and the Israeli couscous, everything else I'm keeping to show you. But now I have to go look up the directions. I just went and looked up the recipe on my account and it's there, but this would have been so much easier because I already have the setup. Like I put the recipe right there. Now I had to go log in. So just stay with me and we'll do the results at the end. Everything that's not in this recipe is going in here. The only thing that's being used is some potatoes, green beans, no cilantro, garlic, Italian seasoning, and sour cream. That's it. That's all we need. And of course the salmon, which is in the fridge. I fill up a Tupperware container, and in the container I put things like the potatoes, which probably aren't clean, and the green beans. This is why we have an obesity epidemic. It's so hard to eat healthy. It's so hard. Anyone who disagrees with me, come cook my dinner tonight, please. In the marinade, we need a large drizzle of olive oil, garlic and lemon zest, and Italian seasoning. So the salmon is Atlantic salmon. Now I understand that this meal subscription kit is advertised as affordable or value, and I get that, but it's safe, right? I don't know how to tell if it's fresh or not, so here goes. Alright, I just spilled fish juice on my dog, so this isn't going so well for me. No. It's not bad. I mean, the fish is cold, so that's a good sign. Just gonna toss the fish in the marinade, wash my hands, and I'll join you shortly. I understand it's skin on, but it came with scales on. This is not going well, like, not good. Okay, I'm a stickler for green beans. I don't like, like the string at the end. So let me show you my little trick for that. I'm ignoring the directions for some of it, and I'll tell you why. I've been doing this too long. I got this Cuisinart, and so I'm just gonna put the potatoes in here. So in the very same bowl that I did the potatoes, I'm just gonna take these green beans. If you can't snap green beans, they are not fresh, so that goes there. And this is just gonna take forever. So this is not something I recommend a mother of 3 children after work does. Or like a newlywed couple. If you're a newlywed, don't do this. This is how you end up divorced. Like, just don't do this. I'm really disappointed. Like, if you're about value, be smart. Like, think like a lady. Don't give crappy ingredients. Just do, what people have been doing for millennia. Rice and beans, potatoes, like this is how ladies have been feeding their families forever. I apologize if I sound angry. It's just that I have to go to work tomorrow, and this is not how I wanted to spend the evening before going to work. But I want to do this justice, and I'm hoping it'll be delicious. I'd like to know, what are your thoughts on these meal kits? Like, is this the end of meal kits as we know it? Because one brand, the neighbors complained that it was too chefy, and the steps were like way too complicated for like weeknight meals. So what are your thoughts on meal kits? Like, I've used it as a godsend, and they used to be great. Like, I really enjoyed HelloFresh. It came to my rescue so many times. It's helped me in my journey with this, managing my diabetes. But of course the quality has gone down, and I'm going to attribute some of it to the pandemic. So I'm just going to toss the green beans in the same Italian seasoning as the potatoes. I'm really reluctant to create more dishes, so I'm just making the sour cream, I guess, dip, for lack of a better word, for the salmon. And what I did was I just put the sour cream in here, added ever so little more lemon zest, and I'm just cleaning up the Italian seasoning from the potatoes and the green beans, and just, you know, cooking like a mom. That's what I'm doing, is cooking like a mom. Like, I'm wasting nothing and just making the best of a not so ideal situation. So there's the salmon, potatoes, and green beans. Okay folks, the next one we're making is caramelized zucchini linguine. So obviously we need some linguine. We need 2 zucchini. And zucchini is one of those vegetables that gets damaged really easily in transport. So this is not looking that great, but it's not every plate. It's not their fault. It's just part of life. But that's okay, because we're grown-ups and we can fix it. By the way, I don't know if you can see my dog, but we just adopted him and we're having like 58 issues, but I gotta say, he's a cute little devil. Always read the directions. Hack of adulthood, because there's always a booby trap. The booby trap is trim zucchini, grate on large holes of a box grater, halve and peel and thinly slice. Peel and finely chopped garlic, zest and quarter 1 lemon. Oh Lord, this is unnecessarily complicated. Shallot. Garlic. 2 cloves, because I like garlic. Parsley. So over here we have the salmon and the potatoes. Green beans are going. We can unplug the Cuisinart for that. Here's my mise en place, which is, you know, everything in its place. The zucchini's cut up. It's late. I can't, you know, grate them and squeeze them in a towel. So we're just going to fry them. This is some shallots and some minced garlic. A hack of adulthood, throw some salt in there when you mince it up, and it just makes your life easier, and just adjust the salt later. Now, to get a good caramelization on your zucchini, do it in 2 batches, because if you crowd the pan, all you create is steam. Here's our first dish. Here's the zucchini. Here's my dog. And here's my dinner. Alright. First the potatoes. nice. Salmon, I take credit for this. It's beautifully cooked. Also very nice. Let's try it with this little bit of sauce. Nice. And I know this is supposed to be 2 portions, but I'm hungry. So overall, 9 out of 10. Cal, did mom do good? Alright. So how is the salmon?
Oh wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
We don't anymore.
We're trying to eat this well. And?
Delicious.
Welcome to the 3rd meal of every plate. This one's going to be Moroccan chickpea and apricot tagine, and they use Israeli couscous, very similar to what you see with HelloFresh. So I'm going to read the directions. Wash and dry all produce. Zest and quarter lemon. Finely chopped garlic. Drain and rinse chickpeas. Roughly chop cilantro. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to do the things that take the most time first. So surprisingly, the thing that takes the most time is draining and rinsing the chickpeas. This is a great strainer. I really love this strainer. It's small and it's great for small jobs. You don't need a big pasta colander for this. And I'm a big fan of not making more dishes because I already have a sink full of dishes. So to avoid making one more dish, I'm just going to use the container that it came in. While that's draining, I'm going to take 1 tablespoon of butter and melt it on the stove. Piece of garlic. I'm going to take half of it for the sauce, and the other half is going to be for the couscous. 1 onion. Alright, let's work on the sauce while that's going. If you can, put everything on low heat. It just makes life easier and less stressful. So I'm going to take a detour from the recipe only because I've done this before. So I'm going to put the chickpea in the bowl. Add some cooking oil. Here's the Tunisian spice blend. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and toss. So here's our progress so far. I like chickpeas a little bit baked, so that's why it's here in the grill. So let's close that. The couscous on a low flame so you can really smell like the butter kind of getting nutty, quite nice. In the cast iron skillet, I have the zucchini. While this is going on, we're going to make the sauce. So what it wants us to do is zest 1 lemon. Does anyone else hate zesting as much as I do? It seems like a lot of work for a very little result. That's as much zest as I'm going to get. To this, we're going to add some sour cream. And I have the world's smallest spatula. And there you go, that's our sauce. Now, this stock concentrate they provide, it's really flavorful, and if you don't feel you need to use the whole thing, don't. Save it for another recipe. So here's the meal plated. Israeli couscous, chickpeas, zucchini, cilantro with a sour cream based dipping sauce. And now my husband's going to test this and tell me, what do you think? Bland?
Excellent.
Aww.
Very nice.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, I just want to wrap up the video and come up with my conclusions. So I did a lot of research to do this video. I've actually been doing HelloFresh for over 2 years, and I may have mentioned this previously, but I'm getting really fed up with the quality of produce, and after each week of getting your food, there's a questionnaire that says please rate the recipe, and consistently I've said do something about the quality of your produce. The box is usually delivered on my day off, and I open it immediately and I put the tomatoes on the counter because tomatoes don't taste so good in the fridge, and I take all the precautions, and despite it, the quality of produce is just not where it should be. This is a recent problem. I didn't have this problem before the pandemic, so I decided to try every plate. I wrote down some notes. Price per serving for HelloFresh works out to $9.99. Price per serving for every plate works out to $8.99, but right now there's a very deep discount. It's $4.99, dropped down to $1.99 if you order 3 boxes. So that's basically 3 weeks, and they're giving you $30 off. Shipping for HelloFresh is $7.99, and I think every plate it's $8.99. My total per week is $47.95 with HelloFresh. With every plate, I think it was $38. The problem with every plate is they didn't have enough vegetarian options, so I chose the 2 vegetarian options they gave me, and you saw them. It was linguine, and it was like a Tunisian couscous kind of dish, and I chose a premium dish, which was salmon. So you saw me cook 3 meals from every plate. The salmon was delicious, even though I got freaked out by the scales. The linguine was okay. I thought that was quite good. I cheated because it was late and after work, and I didn't grate the linguine and caramelize it. I just did it on the grill. Because when you're a seasoned cook like people like me, you just know how to cheat. Let's go over some more reasons why I even have a meal kit. I think I'm the only person who chose to have a meal kit because I want to control the diabetes and because I'm a minimalist. If you want to see more about like how diabetes affects like my minimalist lifestyle and what choices I've made and my weight loss journey, I have a link to the book about intermittent fasting, and it's by Jason Fung. And the second part is look at my pantry declutter. My reasoning for having a meal subscription kit is to get a handle on minimalism. What I noticed with the pandemic is we're buying a lot, not because we're hoarders or like, what do you call those people who like fill their basement full of junk just in case the world ends? We're not those people, but we're turning into those people simply because things like ramen, the shelves are empty. So that's my reasoning. At the end of the day, I think we're gonna stay with HelloFresh. The only reason is vegetarian options. They both had a problem with quality of produce. I think every plate was slightly worse. And one of the reasons I suspect is HelloFresh gives you individually packaged meals. Every plate gave you a cardboard box with everything in it. They both were very good about ensuring that the food stayed cold. So this is like a bubble wrap foil thing. there's a little thing says, don't forget about ingredients which may be hiding under the ice. And usually it tends to be a meat. This is the ice pack. It says recycle me. So you just cut this open, empty the contents, and then recycle the packaging. That's another reason why I'm grudgingly giving HelloFresh a leg up. These are what the website said. You have a 21% reduction in food waste, and they partnered with TerraPass, and they offset 100% of their carbon emissions. I am not Shell Bizzle, but I tend to lean towards eco-minimalism. And if you want to see how I try to do that, check out my zero waste video when it comes to cooking. I want to apologize to every plate. I got really mad and said, where is the recipe cards? I have to go online and search for it. I have to log in. It's late, it's after work, and now I have just added on 30 minutes to cooking time. It was in the little container like this, like HelloFresh gives you. HelloFresh gives you things like, you know, $100 off of wine kits and like kid toy stuff that, and then function of beauty. Like HelloFresh will throw those in, and I'm guilty. I've fallen for one of these. Stay tuned. I didn't know this. I kind of tossed this and then went rifling through the recycling bin and found the recipes. So here is the negative part about meal kits in general. Yes, HelloFresh seems to stand by their environmentally friendly stance. However, you cannot get past the fact that there is food waste. There just is. Like, I wish there was a cure for this. This couscous, the package is not going to go into recycling. Things like, you know, the stock concentrates, and this is honey, and sometimes they throw in things like hot sauce. These things, they're the same thing. I watched multiple YouTube videos. Martha Stewart had one for Marley Spoon. Every Plate had one. It's the same thing, just in different colors. So my question is, what's going on? Can someone explain the business model? Because it seems like all of them are getting these ingredients from the same place, changing the packaging and calling it a different company with different price points. So someone explain it to me. If you know, like, comment below and explain what's behind this, because it's essentially the same thing. Am I going to stay with HelloFresh? Yes. Am I glad I tried Every Plate? Yes. I think Every Plate is ideal for people who are not like me. No dietary restrictions. You can eat whatever you want. Go for it. There are two YouTubers I really want to pay attention to. One is Jen Chapin, and she reviewed Blue Apron, Every Plate, Home Chef, and Sunbasket. And the other is This Faithful Home. She's a young newlywed, and I make a newlywed joke in my video earlier that you saw. She did all of them in addition to HelloFresh. And I want you to watch those videos and tell me if you agree with their choice. Another thing I just want to leave as a final point is you don't have to make a choice. You can actually have multiple meal kits. So if money is an issue, get Every Plate and get what they have, and then on weeks when you're like, that's it, like that, I'm spending all that money for black beans and rice, I'm just gonna go do HelloFresh that week, or Martha Stewart, or Blue Apron, and I think you'll be happy. So I hope this video helped you, and happy cooking. I'll see you in the next video.